I just got the first recall letter for my 2024 Ford Maverick Lariat Hybrid. Let's talk about whether or not recalls even matter, because this one is something that I'm not even afraid of. I think a lot of people are really afraid of recalls, but they're incredibly common. Look at this list. These are all the recalls that happened in 2023. Honda recalled 6.3 million vehicles. That's incredible. Ford recalled 6.1 million vehicles. Even Kia, whose build quality has gone up so much recently, recalled over 3 million vehicles. These are not uncommon things. And even though we'd rather never have our cars recalled, I think the important thing to distinguish here is the difference between stuff that goes wrong and things that are actually worth recalling. Because recalls really happen whenever there's a serious safety-related issue. It's a fuel leakage. It's something wrong with the steering component. It's that a wheel is going to fall off or something else is going to happen that jeopardizes your safety. So for the manufacturer to save face and not get terrible reviews in the entire world and stop selling new vehicles, they issue a recall and they come and fix it for you free of charge. I also read, when I did a little bit of research here, that recalls don't expire. So even if you buy a used vehicle that's 10 years old, it's worth checking a recall to see, hey, do I have anything on a list here that I can go get fixed for free? Because maybe the last guy who owned it before me didn't get it fixed, so let's go ahead and do it. There are some kind of gray areas with recalls though, because technically a bunch of vehicles that were in the same kind of build set as my 2013 F-150 that I just sold had a recall. In fact, Ford, I read, recalled over 1 million F-150s in that generation to fix lead frame issues. They were like a failing sensor module where the transmission wouldn't know what speed it was going, which is very dangerous. Mine, for whatever reason, wasn't recalled. So outside of the recall, Ford issued another thing that was like a pseudo recall that said, hey, if you're somebody who has a Ford model truck with this kind of issue, we're going to like extend your warranty out. So if you come and talk to us and you say, hey, I have this truck, it's under this age and under 150,000 miles, then we're going to go ahead and essentially recall it for you. It wasn't part of the official recall. So they were trying to save face over and above even the boundaries of a recall. I didn't find out about it until my truck had 184,000 miles. So I had to shell out $1,700 that the new owner is, I'm sure, enjoying as he's driving the truck and it works normally and everything's great, but I lost out on that money. So even if it's not a recall, it's still worth checking on these kinds of things to see if there's something that still applies to you in your situation, because you can take advantage of it. For me, now, with the recall letter that I just got, massive issue, guys. I don't know how I'm going to drive this truck right now. It says that Ford has decided that my vehicle, with the VIN shown above, fails to conform to the federal vehicle safety standard for turn signal lamp failure. You know what? Maybe we don't even have a turn signal issue. Maybe it's just our blinker fluid's low. Maybe we check that, guys. You didn't put that in the letter. So what's the issue? The turn signal outage detection system may not send a notification to the driver if one of the two turn signals has failed. I didn't even know I had a notification system for that. I figured it was just like a police officer or a friend who's like, hey man, your light's out. So the fix is that Ford will update my body control module. Ooh, my body control module. Software free of charge. So I guess I've got to go in there for less than 1/2 day to a dealer, let them plug it in, update this module. Oh, and it says the dealer may need the vehicle for even more time than that, because maybe it takes longer than that. Maybe they're busy. Maybe everyone's getting their update. It does say that I don't have to stop driving the vehicle. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad. I was really concerned about my turn signal. And it even says that I could be eligible for a refund if I previously paid to have this repaired. That's pretty cool. I don't know how someone else could update a BCM like that, but I think the important thing with a lot of these recalls and a lot of these big figures, like, oh my gosh, 6.1 million vehicles were recalled last year, that must mean that Fords and Hondas are not reliable, right? Not necessarily. As far as I can understand, it's up to the manufacturer to determine what warrants a recall. They can decide, hey, this is something that we're willing to stick our neck out and say, we're going to come out and fix this. Plus, little things like this are not very scary. Like, oh no, the little computer that realizes the light is out isn't working properly. Big deal. I don't think that's something to avoid a brand or even a model because it's got a recall. Sometimes we overblow stuff, you know, human nature. It's what we do. But so far the truck has been great. I'm about 4,000 miles in. Today I got 60 miles per gallon on my way to work. On my way home, I got about 50, which is incredible for a truck. But I have other huge news. Today was my last day in my job. I was there to turn in tools and equipment and company-owned items to come back home and make videos with you full-time now. So this is a crazy turn of events. I am not by any means making enough money to do this. I'm not replacing my full-time income, but I'm hoping that by committing to this full-time, I can make better videos for you, more videos for you and build something here that's really sustainable, that's fun for me to do, that's fun for you to watch, and hopefully earns enough money to pay the bills. So let's go for it. And if you're not yet subscribed and you want to see these videos regularly, then go ahead and hit that little subscribe button, because that helps me to have a bigger number, which potentially is attractive to brands or manufacturers or whoever. But if not, no pressure there either. If you want even more from me in terms of behind the scenes, how videos get made, what's happening, what's coming up, and to have a little bit more direct access to me, you can check out channel memberships. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Happy driving.